Excellent. Elias of Clan Salubri, played by Nosgavian. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. You're getting hungry tonight. Marcelina of Clan Hakata, played by Larissa Rave. Please rouse to awaken for the night. Wonderful. Slip of Clan Nosferatu, played by Vamp Daddy. Please do a rouse to arise from torpor. Lovely. Sato Ren of Lagaki, played by Softinomicon. You do not need to rouse to awaken from your slumber. And Kenun of Lagaki, played by Daybreakathon. You also do not need to rouse to awaken. Hi, Pixie. We begin. The coterie, sans Slip, were able to find a small abandoned building to take shelter in for the day. Thanks to Marcelina, they were even able to borrow a small car to help them get around. The kindred have successfully managed to liberate the idol, and have awakened upon the exposed wooden floor of an abandoned house. None of them afforded any privacy, but they were at least able to seek safety from the hated sun's burning light. As you all awaken from your day rest together, is there anything you would like to talk about?
I'll be the last to wake up, but as soon as I do, I don't talk to anyone, and I start digging in my bag to try and find the pill that I hadn't taken.
I think Marcelina fell asleep with her weapon in hand, and when she wakes up, obviously they're kindred, so they can't sweat, but she immediately darts upward, and her expression is that of when you wake up from a nightmare. And you can see that she's looking around this little abandoned building that they found, realizing that she didn't have a nightmare. That was real, and her best friend is dead. So she doesn't say anything, but you can see that there's obvious distress and grief on her face.
Your Kennen was the first to rise, as usual, and by all appearances, he's more or less going about his routine as usually as is possible under the circumstances, meditating, was there to bid farewell to the sun as it went down. But the idol has not left his field of vision the entire time. He's glued himself to that thing.
We are back at the Haven, right? Is my herd here?
No, you're not.
Oh, not? Okay.
No, we're in a random abandoned building.
Yeah. We're basically in an old ass warehouse kind of situation.
Well, Elias would have woken up early and he'd be sipping some tea. But as soon as some of the other
I don't think you're going to get any tea.
Oh, dang. Okay. Elias would have woken up early and waited for other Coterie members to wake up. And then he would start saying to them, is anyone else hungry? I'm quite famished. We should find food.
Oh, man. I have got the munchies real bad. That is an awesome idea.
Well, give me a second. And Marcelina's gonna go over to, I guess whatever doorway, and just kind of take a peek outside. And I imagine, given the events, that she kind of went through a little bit of a shock, and doesn't really remember how they got there. Was sort of just autopilot, borrowed a car for them, But when I look outside, what is the space? What does it look like?
Sparse countryside. Wisely, you seem to have taken country roads to make your way back south.
Alright, so a lot of empty space out there. I'm pretty sure you could find at least a rat or two.
Oh, yeah, totally. I'll start wandering outside looking for any sort of wildlife.
Wits awareness.
Is that showing up right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it goes. It didn't load at first. It only showed half the dice. So it was weird.
Yeah, the
You'll
dice
be able to
still aren't
find
showing.
a single rat just running around.
I would like to eat the rat. Or drink the rat.
Fine. That's fine. You pick the rat up, start stroking it affectionately. No guilt whatsoever. Your need is greater than your care for this pest. You immediately snap its neck, break the body in two, and squeeze it like a condiment bottle into your throat. You may slake one hunger, unless you have animal succulents, in which case you may slake two.
I do.
Then you may slake two.
I'll just kind of wipe my mouth off and head back.
Elias,
Yes, Marcelina.
are you, I imagine you need something a little stronger than a rat.
Yes, indeed.
Given the area, would I like know if there's a nearby, I don't know, small village or something? For Elias.
Really, a village, just the occasional small cluster of 3 or 4 houses every so often along the road. It would be a bit of a walk. It's a cold, wintry,
Right.
rainy night.
Right, well, for you, Elias, we're gonna have to take a drive.
Yes, very well. I'll go wherever we need to.
Right. The rest of you, are you alright? Kenny and Sato?
I don't think Sato responds. I assume he had woken up probably pretty early, because so far, I think the Gaki wake up at the same time as Elias.
Alex first wakes up Sato. Elias gets up whenever he gets up.
Yeah. I think Sato is currently faced the wall of whatever building they're in. May I ask what these walls are made of?
Wood.
He's just sort of facing the wall, putting his head against it, and he flinches when you actually ask him a question, and he pauses and puts all of his force and decks the wall, just punches it as hard as he can. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say, since it's wood, he may have gone through it.
Definitely.
And then once he's done with that, he is going to pull his arm back, turn around and go, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Marcelina just raises an eyebrow and shakes her head. Looks to Kanun and is like looking him over, just seeing if he's still injured or anything. She says nothing further and goes to Sato and the arm in which he like punched through the wall. She will put her hand on him for a second, like on his shoulder, and squeeze it. And I think just silently there is a moment of her saying, I know. And if Sato has been paying attention at all to Marcelina, he would see just revenge in her eyes. She will level whomever killed him. Just a silent moment between them of that.
I think he is definitely returning basically the exact same kind of glance of, we're gonna fucking ruin these people.
With that, she'll say, right. We gotta get going. We're not gonna be able to stay here. And Elias needs to eat. Let's go. Marcelina just kind of quick dust off of herself. And she will be heading towards the car that she borrowed.
Coterie make their way out into the cold, winter, rainy night. Only the sounds of rain falling into puddles and a light, cool breeze dances in the air as they approach the car, each taking a seat inside the cramped vehicle, with Marcelina taking the driver's position. But it'll be at that point that another vehicle arrives and pulls up alongside Marcelina's vehicle. The side door opens. A familiar figure steps out.
Slip, still wearing his fancy duds with some scuff marks on it, will exit holding a small cooler and thanks so much for the ride. I'll see you when I see you.
You get, a response, more of a grunt. The door is closed. The car just drives off.
I'll do the whole
Marcelina is
rubbing
staring.
eyes.
Marcelina is just like half in the driver's seat, half out, holding onto the steering wheel and just staring because she doesn't think that he's real.
And just sort of looks at Slip and just sort of nods. Half greeting, half like, oh yeah, yep, hi.
Well, we've found Slip. That's one objective for tonight done.
Yeah, he'll turn toward the car, just kind of clutching the cooler to his chest, approach the vehicle, and Marcelina, who's hanging out the driver's side window. Hey, you guys got room for one more in there?
She lets go of the steering wheel and reaches out and touches his face, like just 2 fingers to his forehead. And then she blinks a couple times. She goes, sorry, I had to make sure you were real.
Slip gets shotgun.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
Kenan just looks Slip up and down for any like injuries or signs of having been, shot/exploded.
I don't think he's been. No, there's no signs. There's no holes in at least the clothing. He does look like.
Only which holes should be there. Yep.
Yeah, he was a little stomped on, and as far as kindred go, they can reinflate themselves when stepped on. So yeah, there's some evidence of that, but he gets in the car, looking no shittier than usual.
Yes, Slip, it's so good to see you back in one piece. We were planning to go and find you, but you've saved us the trouble. It's good to have you back. And Shiv, I'd also like to do an insight check to make sure this is Slip.
double check. Hold on.
I'll let you have that for free.
Okay.
That is, for all intents and purposes, as far as you can tell, in any way, shape, or form, just giving him an eye over, that's Slip.
Yep.
If anyone is going... Damn. If anyone is looking at Sato at all. I don't know who would be.
I know.
I think he has the darkest expression you have ever seen on his face. And he is just clutching his chest.
Thank you for, Yes, thank you. It's good to be back. I didn't think things were going to go the way they went. But I'm glad they did.
How did they go? How did you get out of there?
Well, they were beating my ass like it was their job, and in their fairness, I believe it was. I had already taken the safety vest off and set it on a timer, so, regardless of what happened, it was gonna go off. Then...
Explosion.
Yeah, I figured, I was going to try to get out of there, but 3v1, not a good look. But then the side door pops open. Fucking Nosferatu hit squad pops through the door. Bop, 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 they air it out, like you do. They drag me off the fucking train. We hop on a fucking bus. Peel off.
Bus. It's a bus that passed us by when we jumped off.
Yeah. Remember Violet's original plan for boarding the bus? The train, drive a bus up beside it? Remember that?
Right.
Yeah. Mommy provides.
How's she doing?
Not great.
I see.
She is, I do not believe she is with us any longer.
I see. Well. I'm grateful for the time I knew her. Right.
I'll lean over the seat from behind him and give him a hug.
Oh. Thank you.
When that happens, Marcelina's eyes go to the rearview mirror and she does look at Sato. She's just glancing at him.
Looks like he's struggling.
Yeah, if you think Kenun has not, side-eye, just keeping Sato in the corner of his vision at all times, him and the stats.
So, with that, Marcelina says, well, let's get the fuck up out of here. Elias has got to eat, and I don't know, are you hungry? She says to Slip.
I'm a little bit hungry, but not too much. I was able to, sort of secure these for anyone who might want them.
He'll pass the cooler back to... Yeah, a little bit.
Some blood bags. And does anybody here drink from blood bags?
I don't. But,
Unfortunately, that's not potent enough for me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, damn, I brought snacks for nobody.
Oh, you brought them for yourself.
I can't drink bag blood. That shit's fucking nasty.
I know, right?
It would be...
Well, I guess these are
it'd be fair
good
to say
just in
it would be
cases.
kindred blood, so it would be able to slake everyone's hunger.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's kindred blood.
Yeah, it's I bought little nos baggies for everyone.
Well, in that case, Marcelina dips a hand into the cooler.
Does not waver.
You should have led with that, Slip. Absolutely.
I just noticed.
I'll take one baggie.
I just noticed, Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She'll flip it. So, because you know how most of those medical grade bags has the little attachment at the bottom where you're supposed to put the tube for the IV. She flips it over, uncaps it, and it's just like Capri Sun in it. Just
The drink.
Yeah.
And she's gonna start to drive.
Marcelina, you may take 2 hunger.
Thank you.
Seeing Marcelina doing that, I think Elias is gonna follow suit, and he's just gonna grab the bag and kind of crush it. Just
Well, I assume it's
he's
safe.
very
And does
Open
anyone
it from
want to
both
find the
ends.
blood bag?
And Daisy's
Daisy,
still
how you
like
doing?
you.
Come on, really? You don't?
She's a vegetarian.
Still two.
She only eats the animals.
Oh, this one says tomato juice.
No,
Oh,
it
then it'd be
doesn't. I
great.
just saw you take a Sharpie out and scribble it on there.
You could pretend.
bovine blood bag.
Well, I mean, I'll drink the other one if no one else wants it.
You should take it. The
Marcelina, would you
so
like
the
it?
gunshots
Because
with the mouse part. Well, I'm not hungry at all now. That slaked me completely. Thank you.
oh, fantastic!
It's good to have for just in case. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what?
take it.
He's gonna close the cooler back up.
No, it's fine. This is for you for later.
Shall
She
not hurt to
squints
think
for a
ahead.
moment and is driving, but she's having a little bit of a like, is this slip? She's like, wait a minute. He's a little
Well-
jovial right now. What's going on?
It's either I feed you later or this feeds you later, and we could eliminate a whole thing. You know?
It does not hurt to think ahead. For the
All
record,
right.
Kenu does sort of like reach over and squeeze Sato's shoulder. Not even looking directly at him, just that sort of silent gesture of like, hey, yo, I'm with you, buddy.
Sato flinches a little bit, and when he looks up at Kenun, there's shame in his eyes. And he's not hiding it. He can't hide it. He's not crying, but he looks like he did something bad.
Marcelina is driving now, so we're heading further south.
As the night-kissed countryside blurs past rain-spattered windows as you drive towards Chiba cautiously, is there anything anyone would like to talk about?
I'm gonna roll down my window, stick my hand out while the car's coming.
Right, so the idea is we go speak to the prince, I believe. But I'll be real honest with you. I don't trust it. It's a lot of kindred that were on that train.
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying since we met this was a terrible idea.
It had to be done.
I didn't disagree. It did have to be done. I didn't disagree with you, Slip, when you first expressed your misgivings. I think we are going to be met with a little bit of surprise. I don't think we were meant to survive that. But I also
Sure.
don't think that the prince is going to care that we survive. Do you catch my drift?
Yeah. Potentially. When we arrive, I am expecting to meet someone there. Potentially.
Whom?
Well, Violet set up the rescue for me, my extraction. With it came instructions that I am to seek out someone near and dear to her called Juliet. So I suspect it is possible I will find this person there. And they will be my new mentor.
ST, would I know who this Juliet is or have heard, like, Violet mention a Juliet or anything?
No.
No? Is that what you said? No? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think, Marcelino will just nod at that bit of information. Right. Well, whatever goes down. I don't know what they plan on doing with that idol, or if the idea was simply to separate it from the current daimyo.
Must be destroyed.
No.
It is as cursed as it is holy. It cannot be allowed to fall into the daimyo's hands. It represents a temptation that he has fallen to.
Any suggestions how you'd like to destroy it?
You could toss it into a volcano.
Oh, true. Well, we could break it.
It's solid gold, ain't it?
And question, ST, like, with the supernatural perspective on this object, do I even get the impression that any physical harm we could do this object would be enough to, like, not just to destroy the power of it? Because, like, yeeting it off a cliff probably ain't the way to go for a thing that could end the world. Probably not enough.
I think at this stage, your knowledge of the idol itself will be rather thin, to say the least. So
Gold
it might
is-
work, might not.
Gold is a soft metal, and I can punch through carbon steel, so...
Gold is a
I am
soft metal, yes. However, this thing has power and has weathered the ages.
Right, it's not
Oh.
just metal. It's got extra on it, you know.
If this object is so dangerous, I quite like the suggestion of the volcano. That way, if anyone tries to, even if the object isn't destroyed, if anyone tries to retrieve it, surely they would be destroyed.
Well, we have a couple phosphorus grenades. Those get very hot. We could put it inside of a dumpster or a steel drum. I could rig it to go off. See what that does for us.
Won't that melt the dumpster?
Probably,
Yeah,
but it'll
but-
give us time to distance ourselves.
That does not feel right.
Oh.
I think we have to seal it somehow.
Seal it.
Find a place to put it where no one can get it, seal it away.
Nihon has volcanoes, right? We could just charter a helicopter.
Where?
We could just charter a helicopter. Elias. How would you like to charter
what
a
Fuji-san
helicopter?
is, right, Elias?
A volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the volcano that I'm concerned about. It's the helicopter. Where would you like to get a helicopter? I mean, I have connections, but a helicopter on such short notice might be a tall order.
How many crows do you
nice.
think it would take to carry the idol?
Oh.
I don't.
Solid.
How much
gold
can a
like
crow
this?
lift?
Is it
Probably
burdened
not
or
that.
unburdened?
Is it a European crow or
I was waiting for
Or a drone.
Or-
Slip has drones.
That's true. Could have a couple drones lifted up.
Well,
Drop
soft,
into a
but it is still
volcano.
heavy.
I don't think Mount Fuji is tall. I don't think I'll be able to remote control drone that shit all the way to the top.
Yeah, it's not great. The
Much-
options
much
are very
distance.
limited.
We
Well-
could fly.
While a volcano would indeed in many ways be ideal, I do not believe it is at this time a viable solution, not for us.
Yeah, volcanoes are like
What if?
fiery.
Well, here's the
What
thing.
if we threw it in?
Here's the thing. The only people that know I'm alive are you guys and the Nosferatu. I could fuck on off, and you can speak of the tragedy of my loss. I could yeet it into Mount Fuji. If you trust me with that.
insight. Is Slip trustworthy?
What is this?
Again, you don't need to roll for that. The answer is, of course, no. He's kindred.
Oh, out of all the times for Elias to be pulling these, where was this when he was an actual spy? Where was the inception?
Where the fuck was this?
I trust you as far as I trust any Kinjin with this matter, Slip.
Oh, really? After everything?
And this is
I wouldn't want you to go alone. It's too much that can go wrong.
Indeed.
Look, at this point, the entirety of the Gaki is going to be after us. They'll assume that Slip died, but not us. So, we have to make our way back to what is kindred territory before we make any moves.
As Marcelina drives the car, she notices it slowing down, losing power. She checks the car's displays and sees nothing wrong with the vehicle. It has petrol,
Son of a
no
bitch.
warning lights are on, but still the car is slowing down. The engine's hum starts to fade, no longer filling the inside of a small vehicle, eventually being drowned out by the constant spattering of rain soaking the vehicle, until it finally comes to a stop on the side of the road. To one side is a line of trees leading into a thick forest. To the other is a small house, its lights on, the only shelter the eye can see in the thick rain. Ken-un notices that the idol is beginning to become hotter and hotter in his touch.
Is the house made out of gingerbread?
As soon as the car starts to, even the remote signs of sputtering, you hear Marcelina curse. And she, slowly begins to pull it off the road. That way she doesn't just keep careening. And she immediately pulls out her guns, reloads them, says, "Right, so, don't know what did that, but the car is not the problem."
Perhaps the alternator is failing.
Pop the hood, I'll have a look.
She pops the hood, like, giving a very tired sigh to Elias. But she does pop the hood, and she actually steps out of the vehicle.
You notice the idol is now burning you to the touch. What would you like to do?
What would I like to do?
Yeet.
You say no, this thing is sacred. I think the first thing actually is there's a bit of a hiss, and Ken-un sort of wraps his hand in his shirt to hold on to it for just a few moments longer, and just sort of to whoever the nearest kindred is, just, is this hot to you?
Elias would take it.
I'll poke it.
Oh, he's not giving it to you, he's just letting you touch it.
Oh, Elias would put his hand against it.
It is fairly warm to your touch, Elias. Anyone else that touches it, it is burning hot.
It feels a bit on the warm side, yes.
I'll poke it. Go.
Marcelina pops her head back in. What's going on?
The idol has grown hot.
Is that
Rain.
normal for an idol? Right. I mean, it's raining
These
if you want to
objects
just put
are
it
not
out.
Mad.
normal.
I think we
Can
need
I-
it mad.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's burning hot, but it's warm.
Why is it not burning you? That doesn't make sense.
It was warm before. Perhaps it is only a matter of time. Is it like a bag I can stick it in?
I was just gonna say, I popped the trunk and I'm perusing the trunk for any kind of scrap material or a bag or something.
Actually,
guess
first,
that's
before I put it in a thing, is it warming the inanimate objects that also touch it, or is it just hot to the touch of us? Like, if we were to put it in a bag, is there any danger of this thing spontaneously combusting?
You'll have to put it in a bag and find out.
Well, I mean, I'm touching it with my shirt. Is it making the fabric hot?
Your skin is burning hot against you. You will take 1 aggravated damage.
Okay.
I think we need to drop it.
Yeah, no,
That's-
that's if I'm
What's that
actively
smell?
burning, that thing is...
Is it small enough to fit in a backpack?
If it's too hot, I can try to hold it.
So it's
Let Elias
I'll
hold
hold
it
it in
then.
my backpack.
right. So
You're holding
Elias,
it in the backpack, Daisy.
Well, I'm offering
Oh, okay.
for them to put it in the backpack.
Elias, pick it up.
Elias, if Kinun will release it, will pick up the idol.
It's been dropped. It's been fumbled.
Okay, Elias will pick up the idol.
It's warm to your touch, almost to a point that it's comforting, soothing.
Elias will cradle a little bit. This is kind of a nice warmth. You don't think so?
And then shows his burned hand.
Oh,
That looks rather nasty.
Oh my.
Wow.
right.
Okay.
Do you think the idol fucked with the car?
Maybe it's quite possible. I don't fucking know.
Fucking magic.
Alright. I'll check it. Slip's
Yeah.
gonna get out in the rain and just take a peek under the hood.
Yeah.
Everything
Marcelina. Marcelina says to those in the car, magic's not really my thing. However, if I remember correctly, you two Gaki certainly have knowledge on folklore. Perhaps there's something that you've read that gives sort of clue as to why our Salubri is able to hold a Gaki relic.
Meanwhile, outside the car, Slip sticks his head underneath the hood. He's taken almost by surprise as he just hears a mysterious voice say, "Good evening."
Hi. Hello.
To turn very slowly towards whomsoever.
Perhaps you should step inside and take some shelter from the storm for the time being. It's awfully cold and wet out here.
Who am I talking to right now, Shiv?
You have no clue.
There's just the house that's in the distance that we can see. That's it.
Did you cancel our car?
I don't know what you're talking about. If
Cool.
you would like some shelter, perhaps your vehicle will be fixed afterwards.
Right. Okay. Loud and clear.
He'll go back to the passenger side door, open it up, stick his head in.
Quick question. Did anybody hear anything just now or see anybody talking to me?
No.
No.
You know, he's not hiding himself or anything like that.
Oh,
So we
Take
all
a
heard
peek,
it?
you'll see. Yeah.
Is it just
Oh.
a
Or
dude
is there
standing
actually
there?
a dude
Who-
standing
who-
out there?
Yeah, it's
Are,
just an
like-
older man. That's all.
Oh, there's a dude
Let's-
standing out there. Okay.
Oh.
Yes,
I thought it was
it's
just a
such
disembodied voice.
Yeah, me too.
it's such a
Same.
Second, I did too.
Same. I was
That's
like,
such
huh?
yes,
What's
Slip. This gentleman's providing such a kind offer. And it's such wonderful hospitality. I think we should take him up on his offer.
Yeah, his vaguely ominous,
Oh.
oops, the car's broken, maybe it'll be fixed after you come into my murder house. So polite.
There is
What
no
are the
murder in the
words?
house tonight.
Not yet.
Tonight.
It's our lucky night. Look, we could either stay out here in the cold and the rain, or we go in the house and we see if any murder happens tonight.
Elias will nudge Daisy and lean over and whisper, "A murder of crows."
I hate it every time.
I'm gonna throw
Let's
myself
Dude exits the
through the
car
window.
in that carefully controlled manner where you can tell he is very intentionally not slamming the door far too hard.
Mr.
Yeah.
Kenon, I believe you might want to take a walk through the woods tonight while you wait.
Daisy was about to step out of the car, and then he said that, and she sits back down.
Yeah, slips slowly, turns, and just stares at Kenun close up, like,
You want to go for a walk in the woods, buddy?
Yeah, Kenun just sort of gives this guy a long, slow look, like the nonverbal, how do you know my name?
Okay. Let's make this real simple. Who are you?
Be anyone you want me to be. It matters not who I am, but what I offer.
And what is that?
I've used that line
Beyond
before.
the shelter from the rain.
Future.
Marcelina takes a look at this guy, stares at him real hard. I have a question, storyteller. Have we come across this character before? Maybe in a different appearance, but someone of a similar kind? No? Okay. Marceline doesn't trust it, but she's also realizing they have some other very important things that need to be dealt with that cannot be done in a car. So,
We have very
Can I,
important things to deal with tonight that can't be finished in a car.
nope, don't like that.
Cheeseside, get a vibe check on this dude, the car, the whole vibe.
Marcelina
To check all them vibes.
pulling up
Do I
the.
have oil in my backpack?
Kenon, you attempt to will your chi around your body to your eyes and mind, but the man just stops you and says, "No spoilers. Play fair.
Oh, I hate
Fate
it. I
should be
hate it
revealed
so.
naturally. Forcing it will not give you an advantage. You all have something to come to terms with tonight. You should do it in a natural way, and not just skip to the end of the book. I'm
That's
here
very
to
well
facilitate that. I mean you no harm whatsoever. So please, come in and know yourselves better.
Come on, y'all.
Elias
Thank
will
you
get
for
out
your
of the car.
hospitality. I
Kenon,
apologize for my rudeness.
please, you are troubled. I believe your spirit will be soothed if you take some time to just walk among nature by yourself. Who knows what you may find when you're not seeking answers.
Kenun gives a slight bow.
Just sort of tilt his head.
I don't think pulling us over and making us go into your house, which is the opposite of what we would normally do, counts as natural. Nor do I think him going into the woods to experience prescribed visions is not seeking answers.
When
Could you fix our car, please?
I have not broken your car. I cannot fix your car. But when you approach a house and you peek through the letterbox, do you see everything inside of the house? Or just a small fraction? Because that is how you view this plane, this world, this life, through a very small lens of your own creation.
Well, I mean, it depends on what I've taken.
Marcelino will grab slips like sort of like the elbow area, like just above his elbow, and just give it a light squeeze and say, "Come on, we'll be out here all night if we keep this up. Let's go."
If you get back in, I can definitely push us till it works again.
You
I
have
assume
two
this is
choices, Master Slip. You can sit here in a cold, wintry rain until frenzy or torpor takes you. Or you can learn about yourself and what there is to discover. The choice is
in
yours.
a natural way.
Elias and the idol will be entering the house and closing the door.
Of course.
There's nothing natural about this, just so we're clear.
Natural is,
All right.
again, you look through the world through a very small lens. Do you understand nature as an ant, or as the eagle, or as the bipedal creature that you are?
I am dead. I do not understand, or wish to understand, the natural world. I exist
Then you may
outside of it.
sit upon the road and let torpor or frenzy take you. Or
I believe.
come into the warm
Slip,
shelter. The
Why
choice
would
is
either
yours.
happen?
it may be best for you to go inside.
Well, we're not gonna torpor or frenzy.
It is
It's
a
just cold. We
night.
don't care.
But you do. This is winter time.
Ah.
And slowly but surely the temperature will drop. And drop. And drop.
No.
Kindred
I
do frenzy
am.
from extremely cold temperatures.
I really didn't know that.
Yes. I am getting out of the car, dying, forcing air out of my body.
All right,
There is
let's go inside
other
your
way out of
stupid little
this.
house. Yeah.
Do mind yourself, Sato. I shall return.
You shall all
I
return. There is no
They
need for fear.
freeze.
Pardon, Miss Daisy.
Why won't they freeze?
Makes you think they wouldn't.
But he's going to walk in the woods.
Yes.
Daisy, we are no longer in any form of reality.
I don't think that's quite accurate, Sato.
How about any form we know of?
Perhaps that is true for you.
What if we get in there and Elias is already aged like 300 years?
Then
Why would age
then
matter?
perhaps we shall be wiser. Let us see what we may learn from the opportunity. I believe it shall be... has every sign of being enlightening.
Okie dokie.
As long as we're all together, we can deal with anything.
One may hope.
Yeah.
Do mind
Ooh,
yourself, dear Sato Rin.
I understand.
I'm gonna go back in the car briefly for the cooler.
All right. Okay, let's go.
Marcelino, head up towards the house.
The older
And I'm
man
just gonna wander off into the woods.
The older man escorts the coterie swiftly through the rain into the warm and dry house. Unlike every other house the coterie have been to before, this one does not have a place for them to place their shoes. The man seems to not even care as he wanders off through a nearby doorway, simply waiting for the coterie to catch up with him and cautiously follow him into the room, finding him already sitting in the Caesar position on a warm tatami floor.
I'll still kick my shoes off on the way in and just throw them close to the door. Not together,
Same.
not neat. They're just thrown
Oh.
over there.
Well, I'm
Brown
gonna
trash
put mine
bin.
carefully near the door.
Slip will glump through the front door and track mud all over the place.
Elias's
No,
shoes would
yeah.
have been respectfully taken off and set by the door.
Come, sit. The artifact does not know if you are worthy of holding it. The previous holders were not even worthy of a test. Your intent is agreeable to it, at least. You wish to continue
Elias will-
onwards with the artifact. Master Elias, please.
No, I was just going to say, Elias, when you say sit, Elias would go carry the artifact and sit down.
If you wish to continue onwards with the artifact, then you must confront something within yourself. Perhaps that is how you found yourself here. For I can accommodate your journey. It is a simple process. You need only be alone from each other and wait. When you find a space, sit, close your eyes, and try to remove all thought from your clouded mind. You can each take a room here. You will be safe.
Question.
Yes.
We must all be worthy, not simply the one who wishes to hold it.
There is consequences if you are unworthy, but ultimately, only one needs to hold it. But if you are all still clouded when you leave, no one can hold it.
Okay, so I don't want to hold it, and I desire no consequences. Can I wait for them in the foyer?
You wouldn't be able to join them on this journey. At all.
Because this is some
the
never-ending
artifact-
story shit?
Because the artifact is unsure of your intentions. It will not allow you to travel any further if you stay with them.
In my intentions are to let Kenyon do whatever he wants with it. So if he's worthy,
You say that, but the artifact knows better. There is something troubling you.
yeah.
Do you not wish to solve that, to have it removed?
I would like you to leave, yes.
You are the one that has walked into my house. If you wish to walk away, you are welcome to walk away. But you will
Let's not
rejoin
pretend.
with this group.
Let's not pretend I had a choice. Alright, forced me hostage taker. But sure.
Is that not traditional for people around you?
That's
Slip?
it.
Seems to be,
Look.
actually.
I think that the real issue here is that we will be separated. I won't allow anyone who is unworthy to remain with the group, so long as we have the idol.
Your safety
Given
is
what we need to come
guaranteed.
up against. Right. So we'll live. We're just working through some soul shit, I guess.
I guess.
Been on one of these retreats before. It's fine. I'll just walk to one of the rooms.
I'm getting up in a huff. Like the minute Slip was going on some bullshit, Sato actively just forced his way up really angrily and left to go find a room.
You got any shrooms? That makes this a lot more fun. What kind of guru are you? I'll go back in the room.
He's something.
Slip will go find a room as well.
Elias would take the idol with him and find a room.
Guess that just leaves me.
As Elias attempts to leave with the idol, you'll be unable to pick it up.
Well, he wouldn't keep struggling with it. If the idol sits where it's at firmly, Elias would just shrug and head to the room.
Right. Marceline is staring at the idol. Is it alright if I stay in here, or must I find myself a room as well?
You must be alone for the journey.
Understood.
You will be safe when you are here.
It's not me I'm worried about. She'll get up and she'll find a room for herself.
Meanwhile, Kenon walks through the unkept small wilds, choosing his steps carefully as to not damage too much of the forest he is navigating his way through. At first, he felt like he was wandering aimlessly at first. Slowly, though, he gained a direction, a purpose. Unconsciously, his feet were being guided to what he does not know. Eventually coming to a small cave, his supernatural senses flaring excitedly when he looks upon the cave dancing in energy. His feet only allow him to stop for the briefest of moments before he finds himself walking inside, until even the small light afforded by the stars and moon is obscured, leaving Kenon in the pitch black. A bodiless voice echoes through the darkness, saying his name and requesting him to sit. What would you like to do?
Kenon sits.
As Kenon sits upon the cold stone, leaking out from the shadows ahead of him, the sounds of small pebbles crunching under shoes echoes, slowly getting closer and closer, and finally stop close by, as Kenon hears the figure sit in front of him, the darkness hiding them from his sight, until a voice once more echoes around the stone cavern, a voice that Kenon remembers from decades and decades ago, his mentor. You are younger than expected. We didn't think you would be here so soon. Things are moving faster than we thought.
You knew I was coming.
It was inevitable.
Maggots love you. Trust me.
You know why I'm here?
We know why you are here. Do you?
No. No, I do not.
We are what is left of the old ways. No longer do we have names. We lost them when we lost the Gaki. But you have questions. Kenon, ask them. You have a great task ahead of you.
The first question that comes to mind is what should be done about the idol. But I feel that is not the task to which you refer.
That is the final question. And when you have more information, you will be able to make an informed decision yourself without asking us. It is only with the bittersweet gift of hindsight that we can look back and see the politics, the backstabbing, the vying for power was our downfall. We were too busy fighting ourselves and wars on too many fronts to unify and focus on what really mattered.
Indeed.
All that matters is not going back from where we came. Instead of that, we tried to bring what we went through back here with us in charge. Ask the questions that truly trouble you, Kenon.
Nagaki must unify if we are to survive. That much is plain to me. Is it hubris to imagine that I might be a vessel to guide our people back onto
Yes.
a more proper path? Yes?
Yes. But if not you, then who else? You were always an anomaly within Nagaki. Your unique experience was always a source of strength. Perhaps it can be so again, and not just for yourself this time, but for all of our kind.
Maggots love you. Trust
Then,
me.
if it is indeed hubris to suppose I might have that strength, is it? I am hardly older than a century. I am far too unwise for such ambition to be any more than folly. I am torn.
Since when have you ever been a coward? The sixth cycle is inevitable. Your youth and your experiences serve you well. The world is ever changing. Rather than try to change the world to what it was, someone who is able to change themselves to what the world might be is the change needed.
I see. And I suppose this is my path to walk.
More troubles you, Kenon. Ask now.
I am alone in this. I have no allies among the Gaki anymore. Where might I seek aid?
If you offer a third choice, you will find new allies that think like you do already, and are only waiting for someone to lead the charge. Offer a new way. Offer mercy. Those who do not join you, even after defeat, need to go back to the cycle.
Of course. Of course. The daimyo has taken much from me, but there is much that can be reclaimed, that can be salvaged. I do not know how I shall achieve this, but I suppose a way shall present itself in time.
You shall will it to be so. You have but one more question, at least, do you not?
I do.
Ask.
Maggots love you. Trust me.
You who are far wiser than I am, do you think that the Kinjin can be saved? Is there any hope for them?
You have much work ahead of you. Too much work to concern yourself with the Kinjin. Their path is their own and not open for us to see. Focus on the Gaki. It is all you need to concern yourself with.
Our fates at this point are intertwined.
They need not be.
In this sixth age, these nights now,
The Sixth Age is already upon us. The Kinjin refer to it as Gehenna. It has already started. Their fate is theirs to make their own. And it is of no concern of yours or anybody else's but theirs.
I see.
Do you have any remaining lingering doubts?
Doubts? No. I see what must be done, and I shall do it. That has ever been my role.
Remember, Kenon, you do not need any symbols of power. You do not need to cling to legends. You need to only offer a new way.
I believe I understand.
Kenon feels a light breeze from behind him, no longer feeling the presence of the hidden figure in front of him. He rises slowly and turns to face the night sky light at the end of the tunnel, and walks under his own power confidently back out, and begins making his way back to the car.
Maggots love you. Trust me.
Meanwhile, back in the house. Each of the coterie have explored, finding a room of their own, each of them sitting alone with a dim light. They close their eyes and attempt to clear their mind. Slip has little trouble clearing his mind, finding almost everything around him to be little more than a distraction these nights anyway. It takes but a moment, and he hears sounds he hasn't heard for months. The hum of a computer, voices from headphones. He is back in his haven. A game already loaded and waiting for him to play. He can even hear the voice of someone very familiar to him asking where Slip is. What would you like to do?
Who does the voice belong to?
Touchstone.
Oh.
I'm right here.
We've been waiting for you to ready up for ages.
Oh, sorry, I zoned out a little bit. God damn.
Always someone.
My bad. I am ready.
Slip is able to enjoy some time playing a game, his favourite. Possibly the only way he can enjoy time these nights. But in his peripheral vision, he is able to see someone standing in the doorway to his haven.
You
At
busy?
some point,
What?
Are you busy?
What the fuck is that? Sato?
Yeah? Who were
I
you
am busy.
expecting?
I don't know, but yes.
You gotta play games all day? You know we gotta go
Yeah.
do some things, right?
Like what?
Sato kind of walks into the room. Looking a lot happier than he's been in a while. His hair is pulled behind him, still long, like back to its longer normal. He's wearing it long again. He's back in clothes he hasn't really worn in a while. Just almost being a little bit giddy as he comes towards Slip. And he wraps his arms around like Slip's neck, all flirtily in a way.
Ew.
Come on.
Okay.
We gotta do stuff. You know,
Like what?
vampire stuff.
Whoa! Okay.
just mute his microphone real quick.
Hey, fuckboy! I'm open mic. Wow.
Man, why don't you ever tell me these things? I didn't know you were open mic.
I'm wearing my headphones and playing
I
games.
don't know
and you
about
didn't hear
all of
me
that.
screaming. You didn't hear me screaming when you came in. Who was I talking to? Me?
I don't know. I think you talked to your game.
I'm Listen, babe, go make me a sandwich.
You don't even eat sandwiches.
I want you to make one, we'll throw it away.
You know I'm no good at cooking.
It's a
I'm gonna make you a
sandwich.
sandwich.
I don't want a panini, I want a sandwich. You can cut things up, right? God damn.
And if I make you a sandwich, what are you gonna give me?
My attention.
Oh, your attention. I could get
That's
that anywhere I want.
That's what you're begging. Yeah? Without a sandwich.
Yes, I can get it without a sandwich.
All right. One moment.
He's gonna unmute himself.
All right, guys. BRB.
Mute himself again. Spinning his chair towards Sato.
All right. Go ahead.
Sato is going to proceed to sit in his lap.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm.
We are busy.
Go on.
You know we have to go do things. You can't sit in your cave and play games all day.
Shiv, I have a question. Am I Humanity 3 slip or am I Humanity 6 slip?
You are Humanity 3 slip.
Oh. All I do is that stuff. I don't want to do that stuff. Think I've earned a break, don't you?
Well, I think we all need a break, but
Okay.
I think we just have to do a little more, and then we take a break.
I'm playing with my friends.
You can play when we get back.
I don't need to go back. I'm already here.
You're being sour. And Sato's gonna get up and just sort of walk around the room, messing with shit on the desk, or just kind of leaning places.
He's gonna spin around, unmute himself, respawn, and go back to playing his game.
You can't ignore me forever.
He ignores him. In bold defiance of that statement, he attempts to ignore him forever.
All right, you're gonna make me do this.
What are you doing?
And he's going to lean over and hit the power button on the monitor.
All right, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna beat some ass.
He's gonna mute himself. Yeah. Turn the monitor on, mute himself, take the headphones off, place them on the desk.
Sato. We need to talk.
Okay. What do you need to talk about?
It's not working out.
Huh?
It is not working out.
That's not funny.
No, it's not.
What? Where is this
Sato.
coming from?
Sato, true or false? I have a right to be happy.
Of course you do. I thought.
True or false? I have a right to be happy if it does not involve you.
What? Huh?
He will
Where
rise
is
from
this
his
coming
chair.
from? I don't understand.
He will rise from his chair slowly.
Sato, let me make myself perfectly clear. You do not make me happy. but I will pretend you do, if you behave.
You're going to be like this. Or something so stupid as a game. You're a coward! Do you know that? You are a fucking coward!
I'm a coward without a sandwich. That's crazy, huh?
Why do you have to be like this? Everything was fine.
Yeah,
You're only
everything
acting
was
like this
fine.
because you couldn't keep your damn mouth shut and not eat somebody! I know you don't want to admit it.
We all get hungry.
Oh god, you didn't have to! And you know you didn't have to!
I was in a frenzy. Yeah, I kinda
You
did,
didn't have to do this. You didn't have to do this to you. You didn't have to do this to me. You all want to be over here. I'm allowed to be happy without you.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to take away my happiness.
Sure I do. Sure I can. Yeah. I'm responsible for my happiness, and you are responsible for your happiness.
This isn't you. If you wanted to be alone so damn badly, then why did we even do this in the first place? Why were you near me? Why did you give a shit?
Strength in numbers.
Because obviously you had to care. Strength in numbers, my ass. Don't even lie to yourself like that.
That's what it was.
No, it wasn't, and you know it's not.
Look. It's not working out.
You know it's only not working out because of you. You ran away. You left.
Sure. It's not you, it's me. Bye.
Don't do this. You know you're gonna regret it eventually.
I don't know that I will. I don't think there's a coming back for me. Not from this.
Please don't do this. Please.
How would you propose I fix it?
Just put your damn game down and come with me one more time. Please.
And
trust
do what?
me.
And do what?
Do one last thing of vampire shit. And then you never have to do it again. Just come help with the idol. Come do something.
All I do is help. With other people's tasks. It's all I do. I don't even mind doing it typically. But it's all I do. And I would like just a little bit to be left alone, play this dumb little game that I don't even like, with the one person who makes me feel even a little bit of anything that's real.
Eventually. You know that, right?
Yes.
Eventually that game will fall apart. Everything will.
The last one died, too. I got a new one.
This isn't fair and you know it.
What about this? Anything about us, what we are, what you have become, is fair. We are undead, and we feast upon those too mentally weak to notice us, or too physically feeble to stop us. That is not fair. You drug people, and you steal their blood. What is fair?
Fine. Fine. I'll go back and be pointless. I'll disappear forever.
Okay.
You're gonna end up killing yourself.
Because
I'm done. I'm tired. I'm tired of not having anyone there anymore.
what?
I'm done. And he's gonna start trying to walk out.
Slip is going to watch him leave, sit back down, put his headphones on, and play a game with his fucking touchstone.
Lip stays steadfast in his chair, blocking Sato out and the memory of him, and continuing to stay playing his game and enjoying his touchstone's company. Fortnight, JJ. And on that note, I think we all need to go and get a quick stiff drink. Please don't ever reenact that in real life. Don't do that in real life. That is Humanity 3 Kindred stuff. And we will be right back after Slip has stolen someone's credit card information and bought a shitload of...
Right? Yeah, I bought a bunch of riot points. I got all the new holiday skins.
There we go. You and distract you from your tasks.
I'd say I still accomplished my tasks, even with
That.
emotions.
Inefficiently.
No.
You spent years training. You are a tool. Nothing more, nothing less. A tool should always work at its peak. Do you think you are working at your peak right now?
Marcelino steps forward and she puts her hand on the gun, and she's very familiar with. And she's like inspecting it, looking over it.
This is ridiculous.
I've learned a lot in my time. I accomplished all the things set before me, and I accomplished them well. How I feel has nothing to do with it.
You accomplished them well due to your training, due to the years you spent being trained to be a killer. A killer with feelings is a waste. How long until you start second-guessing your orders?
No, that's where you have it wrong. I was already a killer before you found me.
You were a blunt knife before we found you. We sharpened you and honed you to perfection. This one is blunting your effectiveness.
She will look at Slip. And the gun is in her hand, and she's looking at him for a really long time. But she doesn't say anything or do anything yet.
I asked you for advice at some point regarding the ivory tower. You told me I should be the kindred I want to be, rather than the kindred other people want me to be. I could sit here and tell you to be the kindred I want you to be, as opposed to the kindred he wants you to be. But I really think you should be who you want to be.
Faster than lightning, she shoots Uncle.
Composure, firearms.
I don't know if I can re-roll or anything, but
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can.
yeah. Okay.
Shouldn't you have any
We'll do
hunger,
a
though?
re-roll. I don't have any hunger because I fed in the car.
Can't go below 1 with blood bags. The only way to go below 1 is draining someone.
Oh, okay. So then I have one. I have one. One hunger. Do you want me to just re-roll those dice then, or?
Add the hunger and just, you would just fine as it is, 1 success. But
Okay.
you can do a willpower
so
reroll
yeah.
if you'd like.
Yeah. So 3 in total?
Uncle swiftly reacts, moving out of the way of the bullet as it leaves the chamber, and stands right next to you as you are still in a firing pose. You see, Marcelina? Poison in your ears. You would have made that shot before. You hesitated. You looked at me, you saw family, and you hesitated. This one is weakening you. He poisons your ears. He gives you illusions. Stay with the family. Stay with us. Those who taught you. Those who only want what's best for you.
I suppose you're right, Uncle. And she is actually going to turn the gun on herself and is going to shoot.
Completely free action. What an action. You may take a humanity for that. As you squeeze the trigger, and just as you expect the bullet to impact through your flesh, your eyes burst open. You are once more back in the room when you entered into your meditation, perfectly unharmed.
Fuck. I think Marcelina kind of slumps there for a second. Before going into her jacket, and she pulls out that same gun and is looking at it. She just stays there for a little while.
Meanwhile, Sato has been able to find a small room all to himself. Of all the coterie, Sato has most trouble clearing his mind. Thoughts of Slip, the train, and how all of this may end dance through his mind. Eventually he is able to clear the troubling thoughts for but a brief moment, and eventually hears the creaking of wood and the words, "What's your pleasure, sir?" Sato's eyes open, finding himself back in the mysterious shop he hasn't seen for months. Marcelina is standing over him, a look of disapproval upon her face, as the elderly gentleman behind the counter repeats, "What's your pleasure, sir? I can provide you with almost anything you desire."
Why? Marcelina, why are you here?
Why do you think I'm here, darling?
Why? Why? I don't know.
You're here because you desire something, clearly. Only I can provide anything you desire. But no, do please continue
and I'm
having
sure
a
this'll
private
go
conversation in my shop.
Oh,
Sato. Whatever it is you want, you know it's not really gonna be that way.
But you do get a free
You're not really gonna
Frogurt.
get... But you won't get what you want. Not really. It's a trick.
Comes with sprinkles.
This hurts so much, Marcelina.
Yes, it does.
I just want out. I want to go back.
To what?
I thought he was dead.
'Cause it's...
And I gave a
Yes.
shit.
So did I. Go back to what exactly?
I don't know. I was happier.
Were you? Stop lying to yourself.
I thought I was.
Because you weren't happy when you were human. You weren't happy when you were a vampire. That's what you got you here, where you're a Gaki now. So, no, the problem isn't you're not happy because of what you are. You're not happy because you're not choosing to be.
You know what might make you happy? Cursed Frogurt. I promise you by the time you finish it, you'll feel a lot better.
Until the price happens.
Well, everything has a price. That's a simple transaction.
Of course it does. You see, for example, Slit got you a gift from here. The cost... Well, you know what the cost was.
No, do tell him what the cost was.
I mean, you're here now, right? Because you want to go back to when things were good between you and Slip, right? Because they could have been good while you're a Gaki, but you made some choices. Prevented that.
I didn't need to make them. Oh!
Right. But that's the very nature of making choices, darling. You make them and you gotta sit with what the consequences are. Sometimes they're just shitty.
But you could
You
also
and I
make a
both know you
choice of your own making. Anything you so desire. How much control you have. It's entirely up to you what you wish for. Whereas out there, when you make those choices, once you make the choice, it is out of your hands.
Don't be fooled by him.
I am
You
nothing.
make a choice in here.
Everyone just stop talking.
This is my shop. I can talk if I want to.
Please. I just need to think.
Of course,
I
take
never
your
get the
time.
option. I never get the option to pick my own fate, to decide what I want. Not
What
really.
do you want, Sato? What do you want?
Yes, Sato, tell us what you want. What you really, really want.
I want to be happy.
What does that look like to you? Hmm? What do you know of happiness, Sato?
Don't know anything of it. I've never
Right.
really been happy.
Right. You don't really know what you're asking for.
No, I don't.
Marcelina will walk up to Sato, and she's going to kind of stand up next to him, sort of lean into him a little bit and say, the problem is you're looking at happiness all wrong. Happiness isn't just, it's not an item, it's not an object, a thing that you can acquire and just have forever. It doesn't work that way. And you only recognize happiness because you've experienced sorrow. Without it, you don't know what it looks like. So, no. Nothing that this creature could offer you is going to guarantee you happiness.
I can tell you now, Sato, that she is partially right. But I can most definitely make you happy for the rest of your years. Never again would you know sorrow. And let's be honest, you've faced a lot of sorrow. You're owed some happiness, aren't you? You're merely collecting what you are owed. What is your due?
Hey,
Sato. Look at me.
begrudgingly looks at her.
What is the happiest memory that you've ever had? Even if it's something small.
Happiest memory I ever had. It was the fucking rats. And he was giving the cocaine to the rats. Daisy. As dumb as it
Not
is.
surprise me. You can have more memories like that and you can make them all on your own. That's the point. Because you choose happiness. There's no shortcuts in this life, darling.
I
There are
know.
You have
plenty
to
of
choose it.
shortcuts. All you need to do is reach out and grasp them. Why not take a shortcut? People do it all the time.
What would
And
be the
they are pushed
price
for
of
it.
returning a gift?
We don't accept returns, only exchanges.
There's no refunds, darling. I think you need to take your head out of the past. Stop worrying about what you don't have anymore. Start looking ahead, forging a new path. It's in that purpose that you can find happiness that you made yourself. Much more satisfying than a shortcut.
But what would be the point? Isn't the end goal the objective?
Why spend who knows how long reaching out for happiness when I could just give it to you now? You could leave here a happy customer. Another satisfied happy customer. You remember
not
little
real.
rats' faces? That could be you. Not a rat, just the happy face.
It's not.
hate this.
Kind do it
fucking
all the
hate this.
time. They go to the doctor, they say they're unhappy, they get a bunch of pills, and they take that for the rest of their life, and they turn into zombies. But what I'm offering you is real happiness. Guaranteed.
Is a curse. That's what he offers you. You hate this. Is it that you hate that you have to make a choice? Because that's never going to stop. That's always.
But what would it matter? You'd be happy, happier than you've ever been.
Not happy.
You could
It's not
be.
actually happy. I wish I just stayed.
You wish
I
what?
just stayed. Nothing.
Yes.
Shut the
Oh.
fuck up.
Marcelina rolls her eyes at this guy. But she looks at Sato and gives Sato a small smile and then just hugs him. Full mama bear hug. Wraps her arms around him and holds him tight. And says, I can't take back what they did to you. I can't take back the choices that you made. But you got a second life now. You can make better choices. You can be the happiness in someone else's life. You can be the happiness in your own, you just have to choose it. You don't need shortcuts, Sato Rin. You're strong as hell. You can find happiness all on your own.
Bollocks to that. I can make you happy right now.
I would say
She pulls away.
I can take it all
She
back.
pulls away. And she gives Sato a kiss on the
Right.
forehead, right where his extra eye would be.
yeah. I
That costs
I would
extra if
say
you want that from
me. I would say that while being held, Sato like hugs her really, really tight. And very softly. Only really Marcelina should be able to hear it. I don't know. Maybe spooky behind the counter man can hear it too. Just, I was wrong. The happiest I've been wasn't the stupid rats. It was the fact that it was that day that you let me know what a mom was like. Thank you. I
can give you a mother.
I want to go home now. Please.
I can give you a mother and happiness.
He just tightens his grip on Marcelina. I want to leave.
Let's go home, baby. And she'll just hold Sato's hand and I'll walk towards the door.
I'll put pieces of fruit in the Frogurt. The fruit is also cursed.
I will leave. I would like to stay with my mother, not this man. Not this strange man.
Not this strange man selling cursed fruit.
Door to the shop opens to the dark night-kissed street as Marcelina stands behind Sato as he has marched out into the dark night. As his eyes react, he finds himself stepping into the room he was just in before, barely lit and lacking any furniture. Elsewhere in the house, Daisy, the most prone to wonder, already easily finds a secluded area and almost falls to the floor, reluctantly closing her eyes and just trying to focus on some of her most thrilling previous highs. Surprisingly quickly, Daisy is able to clear her mind of thoughts, unsure how long to keep her eyes closed for. She can no longer resist when a cold, damp wind whips up and saturates her face, forcing her to open her eyes to a drizzling night. She is sat at the side of a quiet road. 2 cars are driving ever closer, seemingly one from each side. As they swiftly approach, Daisy gets a clear view of one of the cars that passes by. It is her mother's car, and is suddenly hit off the side of the road by the approaching other vehicle. Her mother's car is overturned and smashed right before Daisy's eyes as it careens over the grass embankment.
Oh.
What would you like to do, Daisy?
Run up to the car.
Run up to the car, and you see your mother inside, badly injured, bleeding, crying, pleading, slipping in and out of consciousness. Seatbelt just barely keeping her attached. Always wear your seatbelt.
I'll yank open the door and tear the seatbelt off of her physically if I have to.
No problem. Your mother is alone in the car. As you pull her body out, you hear various bones crack and even feel some of them under your hand move that shouldn't. You place her gently upon the roadside, blood streaming from various parts of her. Badly injured, you can even see parts of her chest have crumpled in, her ribs visibly broken.
Daisy, Elias would be there. I can try to ease your mother's suffering.
Will you heal her?
Sadly, I cannot heal her, but I can ease her suffering.
No, I can heal her. And I would like to bite her.
Daisy, how are you going to heal her?
I can make her just like me.
Would you wish that curse upon your mother? Does she wish that curse upon her?
Then we can be reunited. We can be together forever.
But she would have to live a cursed existence.
It's not that bad.
Well, you feel that way, but how would your mother feel?
Surely she misses me.
She misses you, but would you really want to bring her into the world of the damned? For her to find out that her daughter has been living this half-life, feeding on people, preying on people, and now asking her mother to do the same, to prey on others?
I don't feed on people.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, I mean, you feed on animals, but you want to force your mother to feed on blood, and it seems like something that you'd want to get her consent on. I wouldn't want to wish this curse on anyone who wasn't prepared for it.
It's the only way.
But is it not the cycle of life for a parent to raise their child, and then for the parent to eventually pass away, and that child to carry on the legacy?
She's not passing away from old age. Look at her. Look how young she looks.
Yes, but how do you know it's something she wants? It's an unnatural part of the cycle. If you go and you interrupt, how old is she now? Is she how old you remember her being? After how many years?
All the more reason to save her. I need answers.
Or perhaps if this is another time, what if you unmake everything to come? What if you unmake yourself?
Now you're just spouting your gibberish. And I'll bite her.
Okay. I'm assuming you're biting to drain as well, and
Embracing her, yeah. Yep.
yeah, no problem. You will lose 2 humanity.
Daisy,
2 stains or just straight out lose to humanity?
Straight up lose.
Ooh. Okay.
Daisy cradles the body of her mother in her lap, waiting for her cursed blood to reanimate the body as tears fill her eyes. Streaks of blood fall down her cheeks, blocking her vision. Eventually she wipes them, and is back within the room which she first was, her mother no longer with her.
I'll wipe my face and see if the tears are still there.
They are. Elsewhere, Elias finds a lonesome room lit by but a few candles. He sits cross-legged upon the floor and is able to clear his mind easily enough, well practiced as he is thanks to his meditation. He notices quickly that the room around him has become far warmer. The sounds of someone else moving around him compels him to open his eyes. He finds himself in a stone room, the source of the person moving revealed to him as an ancient, elderly man, having placed himself in an old wooden bed. He weakly calls out to Elias for help, holding his withered hand up for Elias to grasp. What would you like to do?
Elias would hurry forwards. What's wrong? How can I help you?
My time here in the light has come. I had so much left to do, so many people to help. But now it is my time, though I wish, though, just for more.
I can help you with whatever tasks you need done. What is it that you need done? I can help you.
I need to tend to people, to soothe them. It is my purpose, is to help, and nothing more. People trust me with it, but I fear what may happen when I pass. I weep for my children. I weep for my family, my friends. They need me, and I need them. But time is such a cruel enemy, sneaking up upon me when there was so much left for me to do.
Who are your children? Who's your family? I would be happy to watch over them and ensure that they live a happy and long life.
Every mortal human and person upon this earth is my charge. If they choose to come to me for help, I shall help them see the light, forgive their sins, and nurse them, provide succor.
I help all those in need that I'm able to as well. This is a torch I've taken up, and I continue to try to aid all those around me.
I fear you could not devote a lifetime for just this. No one has ever been able to. I leave this world without an heir, without anyone to carry on my work. I trust no one but myself to be able to do it and fulfill it as I could. Just more time is all I ask, all I could ask, my first ever want, my first ever desire.
I'm sorry, but that's not something I can grant. I can ease your suffering, I can take up your torch, but I cannot interrupt the natural cycle of things.
Is it a natural cycle? I have done nothing but good. I try to help. I do help. And my reward is this empty cave and death.
All good things must come to an end. And for all the good that you've done, you will live on in the souls you've touched and the souls you've enlightened. You will live on in the actions.
But there are more souls and more lives not yet touched. Many, many more. New people being born will never know the work, the good, the light that can be embraced. What is there for me to do?
What is your name? I will spread word of your accomplishments. I will take up the torch to continue to devote my life to helping others, and I'll make sure you're not forgotten.
What would be the point of that? A name can be corrupted. People have waged wars based on the purity of themselves and judging others less pure than them. Neither are right. And I do not want my name to be tarnished in such a way.
That's completely understandable. Then, if that, I will not tarnish your name, and I will not tarnish your soul.
Elias holds the man's hand and strokes his brow as the man slowly falls into a peaceful rest, almost like slumber, as his breathing slows and the man's grip subtly relaxes in Elias's hand as he passes. Elias closes the man's eyes solemnly and awakens back in the dimly lit room. We may add one humanity. As Elias steps out to reunite with the coterie, he finds the idol awaiting him outside the door. He picks it up, and it feels like cold metal in his hand. The coterie reunite downstairs. The constant pitter-patter of rain crashes into the sides. Floorboards creak and crack as the unknown man meets with the coterie that have gathered together. He glances at Elias, clutching the idol. It seems one of you has been chosen with the burden. You've earned a modicum of trust. Ensure it isn't in vain. You should be able to get to wherever it is you are going. Drive safely.
I would like to walk up and slap Elias in the face.
Did he mention the words Kama Sutra?
Daisy, whatever was that for?
You were gonna kill my mom!
What?
Whatever do you mean? I would never do such a thing.
Daisy, that wasn't real. Elias wasn't really there.
You were still gonna kill my mom.
Unless Daisy stops him, Elias would try to give Daisy a hug. Daisy,
Pull away.
Okay. Daisy, I'm terribly sorry, whatever it was that you witnessed, but I would never harm your mother.
You thought you were doing good, but you were gonna kill my mom. And she just kind of walk away and sulk.
What the fuck? Elias, what's wrong with you?
Slip. You know that shit wasn't real.
Yeah. Everybody
Who
good?
did
It wasn't real. But, and he's gonna walk over to Marcelina. Don't hit me for this. And he's gonna hug her.
She definitely is like surprised. She's like,
I know it wasn't real. But thank you.
her arms will come around Sato, and she'll like pat Sato's head and say, "Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know what I did, but."
Got me from making a very bad choice.
Sounds about right.
He's gonna let go and just kind of calmly go back to standing.
Mm. Y'all ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daisy will sulk out the door like a teenager.
Elias would be carrying the idol tightly, and he would head out. And everyone else would notice that Elias is actually pretty healthy looking.
Would you say that Elias's like scent has changed, ST? Because I just imagine that for Marcelina in particular, she would notice something like that.
Now he smells like a candy necklace.
That. Definitely that.
You know that smell? It's a very particular smell.
Yeah.
It is a particular smell.
I would say that he probably, if that's the case, then he probably doesn't smell as appealing to Marcelina as maybe he used to. But she didn't say anything. She just kind of smiles to herself a little bit, and we'll head down to the car.
Kotri step
Get
out
into the
into
driver's
night.
seat.
Although no longer
And I'm
raining,
coming back out of the wood.
the ground is saturated, and the night still. Only the sounds of the Kotri walking through a puddle can be heard in the night, as they finally enter into the people carrier, reuniting with Kenon. Marcelina tries the vehicle's ignition, and to her surprise, the people carrier starts without issue, and she wordlessly guides the car in its journey. And as you drive through the night, countryside blurring past you, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Daisy will not have her hand out the window this time.
For the record, Kenun is absolutely just soaked to the bone, but looks a lot more like peaceful than he has in a while.
So, what'd you see? It's kind of general question to whomever wants to answer in the car.
He tried to kill my mom, but I saved her.
What
You
are you
saved
talking
her.
about?
What happened, Daisy?
She was in a car wreck. She was dying. I saved her.
With your
You
slick
saved her.
field surgery skills.
Yeah. How did you save her?
How would you save her?
Get her to
Medicine?
a hospital.
Wasn't enough time.
How did
for
you
that.
save her?
Kept her young.
Oh,
Now
Oh,
she doesn't have
God.
to worry about that.
That's
you did not save her.
that's not saving her.
You all sound like him.
You preserved.
Thank
I
you,
see.
Lord, Undersea.
You preserved
see.
her,
Yeah.
but
I ended up at that damn shop.
which one?
So,
The one with all the cursed items.
And the Frogurt?
Yes. And if I'd been there alone, I probably would have made a horrible mistake.
That frogurt did taste nice.
It had pink sprinkles on it, and everyone knows pinkles are the best kind of sprinkles.
Pinkles?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just...
so
Slip is notably looking slightly less horrific than before.
yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, yeah
Um,
pinkles.
So, Daisy killed and turned her mother. You didn't make a cursed wish. What about you, Slip? What'd you say?
I played video games. It was nice.
You
Yeah.
just played video games?
Yeah. You sat in my lap briefly.
I did what?
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a very long time.
Yeah. You came in with that himbo energy, and you would not stop.
Mm.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Is that how you usually are or were? Salty?
I
Coming in
think
with
it was
himbo
that.
energy, I mean.
I mean,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why was that in your little dream? What have you been thinking about?
You sitting in my lap, feeding me Frogurt with pinkles on it.
I know I can't blush, but there's a facial expression like you would be blushing right now.
Cute. What about you, Kenu? What'd you see on your soul walk?
I saw the woods. I felt the rain. I received clarity.
Good.
I also had a vision, Marcelina.
No, I didn't. I didn't see anything. It was dark in that cave. You kidding me?
This is my pitch perfect Elias
He's
impression.
pretending to be alive, to be Elias right now. Hmm. A vision, you say?
Yes.
About what?
Well, maybe I'll tell you, but we should probably just keep it our little secret for now.
All right, that's fine. We'll keep the secret between you and me.
Wow.
Marcelina keeps driving. Marcelina also looks healthier, we'll say. She doesn't have. Usually she'll put on like some sort of makeup thing, but she doesn't have any on right now. It's been rained off.
Hold up. What did you see?
Nothing I didn't already know.
Okay. Nah. Spill it.
I was presented with a choice by my uncle. And the voice of reason. It was you.
I am so sorry.
I made the right choice.
Okay. All right. It sounds like most of us did. Most of us. Don't sulk.
Most of us. Don't sulk. You know you did the wrong thing.
Still time for you to fix it.
Daisy is switching from her hippie phase into her emo phase before your eyes.
I'm noticing it. I'm noticing
In front of our
transition.
Oh, no.
Slice, do you want to tell us what happened to you now, or you want to keep it a secret?
Do you want to tell us your experience that you had in the room?
Well, it was just elderly individual who was on his deathbed and wanted more time, and lamenting that he did so much good in his life and that he had so much more good to perform, and that he wanted to just keep helping others, and that he needed time. And I told him that I'd be happy to take up the torch and help others, but he didn't want that. He was worried about being forgotten. I said I'd be willing to tell his name and make sure no one would forget him. But all he wanted was time, and I told him that I would not tarnish his soul.
Oh.
Well, now
Yeah.
I think I know why Elias was in Daisy's.
Yeah. The voice of reason.
Disturbingly enough.
Wait.
He passed peacefully with his soul remaining untarnished and uncorrupted.
Daisy.
Slip slowly turns in his seat.
If you are your mother's child and then you embraced your mother, she becomes your child. Are you your own grandmother?
You kindred astound me.
I'm not sober enough.
All right, that's fair. We'll revisit this later.
I don't like that concept.
Truly.
That's why I put it
I've
there.
begin to imagine. I am gaining some understanding. You say something else.
You're not that different from us, Canoe. Maybe biology is a little different, but you're not that different.
I guess it's almost like we're all actually people.
Could you imagine that? Actual people.
I was going to say we remain different enough, but in that, yes, we are much the same.
In the end, we all get to stay ourselves, and that's what's the most important. We get to be the kindred or gaki that we choose to be.
And quirks an eyebrow.
Marceline doesn't say anything else. She just keeps driving.
Slip will turn the heater on and kind of set it to also blow into the back of the car.
Kenan, you got air back there, buddy?
Frogs. Dripping rainwater.
Yeah, but like point it at your face or something.
Eventually he'll dry off.
In it! It's a puddle now!
I
My
fail to
pants.
see why that matters.
I don't like sweatpants. I'm gonna
Such
scoot away
petty
from him.
concerns.
Shutting up.
Right. whichever way this goes, once we get there and have to talk to the prince and all that, I'm glad I met you all.
It has indeed been most enlightening.
I can say the same.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna need phone numbers.
You already have mine.
Yeah. I'm gonna need everyone else's phone numbers.
I don't have a phone.
I assume you know whatever
gave
number.
me my last phone.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I've got.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have
I think I signed
Elias's
you.
number. I don't have Daisy's number. We gotta get her a phone.
I don't
We
have
also
a
gotta
phone.
get
I
her.
have a phone.
We also gotta get her to lighten up.
Maybe
we
a
just
trip
need to find more
to
drugs.
that, or we can go to
Ah.
Tot Hopic and get her a nice stud belt.
Hot
She might
Hobbit.
enjoy that. Yes, Tot Hopic.
Hopic.
She might enjoy that. I'm just
Oh.
saying, she might enjoy that very
I
much.
can see that store.
Okay.
Yeah, you know they got those temporary hair dyes. Maybe we can dye her hair. You know,
I wanna see.
it'll be good. I'm handy
think
with
she'd look
scissors.
nice
I
in
could do a
pink.
nice.
Like
Right?
hot pink.
Oh.
Like hot
I'll
pink.
tease your hair up real nice.
A little
It'll be
black.
good.
Keep in
Okay.
mind, Daisy has dreads.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I want to see
Please
those
say no.
friends and like. Yeah.
Elias would pull out his phone and switch over to the contacts and here, Slip. I can add your
Oh.
number to my phone and then call you.
Oh sure. Let me just rouse the blood to use my phone real quick.
You know your phone, Slip? I can just
No
add you to
one
my-
does. No one does.
He
No one.
doesn't know his phone number.
No one knows their own phone number, but I'd also like to just add you. I gotta answer the call. Hold on. Oops. Gotta pop the cooler open and drink that other.
Start sipping.
Yeah. See, we're Gucci. All right, give me a call. Yeah. All right, your number. Let me see it. Hold it up.
Elias will hold up his phone when
Yep.
when the screen of his number.
I'm gonna
It's
just text
5.
him. I'm gonna text him the emoji of a butt, and that's it.
Elias would text him back like a hug emoji.
Ah, you hug butts.
Disappointed there was no proof of anything.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'll also use my session use of suppress the hunger.
No problem.
And then just staring at his phone again, like it is a foreign object. Still barely knows how to use it.
Marcelina, where are you guiding the car? Dawn is approaching, but you still have just barely enough time.
I think I am gonna be heading to. We still have that warehouse.
Yep.
Right? That's where I'll be headed.
Be able to guide the car very quietly along the road, eventually arriving at your warehouse, bringing the car inside and out of sight. Each of you leaving the vehicle and getting inside without being seen. Although dawn is fairly near, you still have just barely enough time if you want to plan your next move at this point.
All right. Well, here's what we're looking at. We're gonna have to bring this to the prince. Let him know we at least accomplished our mission. It's tough to know where to go from there. But I'll say that I think, well, I certainly don't know that it'll end well. Or at the very least, without a fight.
I feel like we have to destroy this.
It does not much
Don't
matter.
disagree.
What?
We have claimed it. It is a symbol.
Wait, in the start of the night you said it was a temptation, now you're claiming it?
I have received clarity. I know
Oh.
what matters now, and it is not this. Not really.
Okay.
What happens to it now is not my concern. My concern is with the future.
So we do pass it off to the prince?
Rugs.
Okay. Well, if you need help with the future, let me know.
Bow slightly. I shall keep your offer in mind. For me, the journey is only just beginning.
Well,
Oh.
you know I'm gonna have to be there. Can't really walk away, can I?
He gives a bit of a grin. Indeed. The future of the Gaki is in our hands, dear Sato Rin. No pressure.
Woo! Right! No pressure! Fine.
Perfect.
I do not know
Well.
about the rest of you, but after this, my next move shall be to gather allies against the daimyo.
Oh, if you need, something hacked or along the way, just give me a call. I'm available to help, but guy in the van sort of thing. Not a...
Dear
Not a
Slip.
thanks. I'm not a... Just follow the bee.
I will text him the emoji of a bee.
Elias will press his hand against his chest. I believe I feel as though I'm close to achieving what I've set out to achieve. I think I'm ready to move on.
Is that so?
Huh.
Yes, I feel content.
Well, that is something.
Surprising.
I
All
hope
right.
Well,
your journey ends.
Elias would smile. I'm very much looking forward to that. Finally.
Oh, wait.
right, so. Yes.
Oh, no, nothing. I had a thought, and then I had another one, and now the first one doesn't matter. Never mind. Sorry, it's all the bees in here.
What were you
Battle your
saying,
brain up.
Daisy?
Out of character, I feel that so much.
I need move.
Right, so we show the prince the idol that we got it. I don't really feel like giving it to him though.
Do we still have the 3D printed one?
No, I don't think so.
No, I
No,
think we
we
left that
left
on
that
the train.
We could always print another one.
I could print another one, yes. Is that what we're doing?
I mean,
We could do that.
Oh,
why
shit.
not?
I must say,
Beauty.
the thought does amuse me.
I could make it exactly like... we have the real one.
Yeah. Then you can take the real one, or maybe Daisy.
Now, whoever wants it.
Maybe.
Take
And
the risk.
We could bury it in a nos hole.
Oh yeah, I could just.
bury it somewhere. Hide it. So no one can have it.
Yeah. Put it in my old haven. And that thing is pretty secure.
Are you sure that's a souvenir you want?
I've had worse.
I suppose that's
You still have a cursed cat in there.
No, I threw that bitch into. I chucked that bitch into the woods.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, Elias.
Huh. You know, I never thought about it. But all the woods I set up there are gone now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just an odd thing to think about.
It's alright.
And then, due to Sato being with you, you'll always know where it is if you do end up meeting it. That the plan?
Not
That's
bad.
my plan.
Yeah, we could go back to my haven, 3D print another one, fill it with something.
Let me take
Not
it.
bees. It's gotta be heavier than that, but yeah, not too heavy. They don't know what the fuck it is. And then we can depart from there.
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice.
Then, you all go do what you were meant to do.
Why does that sound like it excludes you?
Yeah, what the fuck?
When the time comes, you'll receive a message from the family. It's really important that you answer that message, alright?
So we go back to my haven,
Okay.
we tie Marcelina up, we bring the new one.
Darling, you're not gonna be able to tie me up.
I don't like where this is going.
I think
Not with anything I can't remove from myself.
I found myself trusting Marcelina's judgment. Strange as that may sound.
But
We all have a path.
Right, sun's coming up. I'm gonna go get some rest before we go do the thing.
Kenun,
Yes.
does it matter awfully where Sato rests during the day?
That depends on Sato.
well, I needed to speak with you anyway. So
Okay.
why?
Why what?
Why ask that question?
Cuddle puddle.
Are you sure that
You
would be
just see
wise?
Marcelina giggling. Marcelina's giggling, and she'll actually post herself up in the car and lay it down in the driver's seat. Because that's like hidden in the warehouse with us, so. She just sits in the driver's seat and closes her eyes with a smile on her face.
Well, I needed to speak with you anyway, so I don't see why that would be a problem.
Smooth. Real smooth.
Shut up!
Alright, let's go.
I was never the smooth one.
No.
Follows.
Yeah, fucking same.
Before we see what Sato and Slip are going to talk about, as if we don't know, is there anything anyone else would like to have a conversation before retiring for the day?
Daisy will purposely avoid conversation and go sulk off in a far corner.
The only reason you don't understand my music is because you don't like it.
Yeah, Kenan's just
good.
gonna settle in to meditate and watch the dawn as he always does.
I think Elias will meditate with Kinun and watch the dawn come up before he goes to.
Plateau slip. You're able to find a small office just off the side with a warehouse attached. Close the door behind you for at least the illusion of some privacy before you both settle down for the day rest. Is there anything the two of you would like to talk about?
All right. I need to know what happened. What actually happened in that vision of yours?
Oh, I was in my haven, playing some games with the boy. You came in, started flitting about, trying to get me to go do, as you put it, vampire shit. I did not want to go do vampire shit, so I made you leave. You did not want to leave, so I said hurtful things so you would leave. You eventually left.
That's so. Wait.
What? What? I can't hear you.
Why did you
Passing
want to
by
cuddle?
Laurie. There we go.
Why did I what?
Why did you want to cuddle?
Why did you want?
I said a while ago, I had no problem being friends. I even wanted to be friends. I have no problem cuddling. Never did. We can resume until Kenun puts a stop to it. I imagine he will at some point. Till he does. Until your dad says we can't hang out anymore. Get over here, bitch.
Can't, like, he can't make any noises, but he just crawls over and like falls asleep on top of Slip.
There's that nice.
Hugging
There's
onto
that
him.
nice. There's that nice white noise coming from inside the chest.
It's actually very peaceful.
There it is.
While everyone is sort of drifting off to sleep, Marcelina takes out a little notebook that she has, and she starts writing little notes. They don't know this. They are special notes to each of her coterie mates, and the Gaki, who she considers her coterie mate too. And then she will fold them up, put them in her bag, and then she'll fall asleep, smiling.
Very nice. Where we will bring an end to this week's Nihon Nights. Thank you all for coming and watching. You are so very greatly appreciated. Thank you all for coming and playing. You are also very greatly appreciated. Thank you also for stealing me in chat. You.
It's about to be a really big cuddle puddle.
This week, we will go in order of most likely to, starting with Marcelina. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chastity. Hello, how are you? You can find me all over the internet as the Risa Rave. I also have a Hive, so you can find me over there as well. Same name and everything. I do this stuff. I do TTRPGs. I do it here on Table of Horrors. I do it on Lanyov Gaming as well, and I'm kind of, floating around in other places. Yeah, come and see us on Mondays where I play Morningstar, the cybernetic snake lady in our Shadowrun game. And then obviously here as Marcelina, but in the future maybe as some other people. So, yeah.
Daisy! Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hello, I am Ms. Hearts. You can find me just about anywhere as Ms. Hearts. Usually less moody. I am also, my next performance locally isn't until February 3rd. That's burlesque performance, by the way. With the anti-Valentine's Day show with the Bat City Bombshells at Come and Take It Live here in Austin, Texas. I think that's all I've got for now. I am also a business owner. I own a graphic design and promotional products business. So if I can help you out there, let me know.
Sato, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am Softonomicon. I am known as Softy or Allfather Softy, depending on where you can find. I'm Softonomicon on basically every social media. I am second in command here on Table of Horrors, which means I am here, obviously, as Sato Rin on Fridays, and probably other people in the future. And I am also the GM for the Shadowrun game on Monday. I have a Patreon where you can have a coloring book that I am doing. I will plug that till the day is done. Please, other people have said it looks nice.
It does.
And my brain melted.
You're my hedgehog husband,
actually,
and I love you dearly.
I am Shiv's I'm Shiv's hedgehog husband.
Nailed it.
But also, more importantly, as well, follow Table of Horrors on TikTok because those videos are made by me.
Kenon, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Most likely to what? Most likely
Yes.
to what? I didn't hear it.
Yes.
Okay. Who am I? What do I do? Hi, I'm Daybreakathon. You can find me doing that here on Twitch over at Daybreakathon. I do art stuff. I did the character art for the characters who have art. I've also written a couple of fantasy novels. You should check those out. I think that's everything. My dog says hi.
I'm not sure if Softy mentioned it, but as well as Day being open for commissions, so is Softy.
I should have said that, thank you.
There's always something.
Slip, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Slip. I'm from Clan Nosferatu. I am literally the hive everyone keeps plugging, and I don't know how they found out about it.
What do you mean?
Also
The bees told us.
The traitors. I'm also Vamp Daddy. I stream here on Twitch. Recently, it's been Subnautica, where you can come watch me die horribly in the ocean. It was a bad death last time, but we keep going. I'm here on Fridays as Slip, the Nosferatu, for now. Mondays, I'm here as T103, the Orc Punch Guy. And I'm on Twitter for now, while that is still around.
Elias, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am Elias. I'm also I am Nascavian. I play Elias on Table of Horrors on Fridays, and I play Jason on Table of Horrors on Mondays. I don't have any socials really, so yeah, you can see me playing tabletop.
Excellent. Is there a Shadowrun coming Monday, Softy?
Yes, there is.
Yay!
Tune in for that. Same time Nihon Night starts over here. And then, oh shit, I nearly forgot. Next week, we have the concluding episode of Nihon Nights right here. And also, the next episode of London After First Light carrying on over here. How am I doing this? I think that's everything. Check out links down below for links to podcast versions of these episodes, YouTube links for all previous content, and anything else that you so wish, including a Discord. We will go raiding on... Oh, that's a tough choice. Ms. Hart's middle... No, that's I'm going to regret saying that to Ms. Hart's. Elias, middle or bottom?
What?
Middle or bottom? It's not an innuendo, I swear.
Middle.
Okay, we will go raiding on D&D Roll Call, who are currently BRBing, but are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for playing. And as is usual custom, we can't go until... Softonomicon, says the line.
If my tentacles are in your closet.